So, as the most progressive channel on YouTube, I would be remiss if I didn't make a video on the most important holiday of the year after Floydmas, Juneteenth. And yes, this is a totally real holiday. Don't be bigoted. You're all suffering from the Mandela effect or collective amnesia or something. Everyone has always celebrated it. No, it didn't suddenly appear in 2020 during the mostly peaceful summer of love. That's racist. You were all twerking on ambulances and rioting on this holy day growing up. Stop lying to yourself. Next, you'll be telling me Kwanzaa is a made-up holiday as well. Anyway, as a super progressive channel, I understand the torture and oppression the Jewish community goes through daily running the world's banks and the institutions, and the danger wooden doors possess. You simply can't go anywhere on social media at any time without some bigot noticing something that's factually correct. It's very distressing as a Jewish ally. So, as we all know, schools and teachers are the best way to teach children to behave. Contrary to popular belief, teachers are not the stupidest people in society, and the students don't think they're all dorks. If a teacher speaks, a pupil will instantly obey and alter their behaviour, as evidenced by the fact that the drug program DARE in the 80s and 90s completely eliminated drug use in the world as we know it today. And we are doing the same with pride and gay stuff now, which obviously has immediately stopped any bigotry or wrong thing. It hasn't led to children going rogue and destroying all the rainbow flags and chanting hilarious chants instead of respecting Pride Month at all. It's not done that. So what I'm saying is, if you bully children into doing something they don't want to do, it always works. You're not creating a generation of the most hilariously bigoted people to ever walk the earth. It simply won't happen if you entrust a teacher to do it for you. But what if the student becomes a bully? So for decades and decades, we are browbeaten into learning about World War II. I mean, I personally didn't learn anything about half my ancestral family getting wiped out during the levelling of my country, the UK, by the Germans. That was maybe 5 minutes of a lesson once. But I did spend many years learning about what the Jewish people went through and their fear of roller coasters, which, looking back on it, it's kind of weird. It's almost like brainwashing that they mattered more than my family, which of course they do. I, like Jordan Peterson, swear undying loyalty to Israel and the Daily Wire. Of course. But none of this brainwashing worked on one particular kid in America who decided to go rogue and do what we all dreamed of at school. Just gleefully terrorize a teacher he didn't like. A 12-year-old started bullying a Jewish teacher called Morrison Robblee, who taught social studies, so the most pointless lesson of the day. But this teacher decided to tell his students he was Jewish in February this year, and this sent this young Chad, sorry, I misspoke there, this terrible bigot, into overdrive. Began when Mr Robblee tried to shut everyone up in class and the kids started calling him slurs, which is quite funny. The school held a restorative circle, which sounds so cringe it would make the kid become instantly more homophobic and antisemitic, where they tried to make the students stop calling the teacher a bundle of sticks, and they thought they had fixed everything because the student didn't say anything in the meeting, as kids normally don't. Now, as referenced earlier in the video, lecturing and browbeating children always works. So when Mr Robblee turned up to class in Jewish attire, he was very respectful about it. Oh, wait, no, he started calling him anti-Semitic slurs instead. And this kid is made of different stuff. He really wants to get his point across. So after he was sent to detention, he walked up to Mr Robblee and gave him a drawing of Hitler. And well, I'm not saying that on YouTube, just read the screen in front of you. I don't think I know adults this dedicated to the troll, because in the aftermath of the drawing, the student declared it to be an apology drawing because it said, "Sorry, Jew." And the student continued to bully the teacher in the hallways, making jokes about swimming pools and theatres probably, and sending him emails about how bad a teacher he was. And Mr Robblee, obviously as a teacher, rose above it all and just tried to get through to the child through kindness and education. He definitely didn't get so butthurt he filed a complaint doing some mental gymnastics explaining that this 12-year-old was going to kill him. Of course, he didn't do that. Saying how an infant was making his work environment unsafe. He didn't do that either. And he stated to the New York Post just how totally not bothered he was by the ignorant comments of a child. He just wanted the child thrown in jail because of the hate. He wasn't bothered at all. But then, this Chad King turned the tables, and after Mr Robblee filed his demand for the child to be put in a camp to concentrate on being less hilarious, the child retaliated and made Robblee spurg out to such a degree, he managed to get him removed from school and put on leave. Robblee ended up quitting in a dramatic huff after the school administrators laughed at him for letting a child bully him, which is the right reaction. So so? What a hilarious tale. The leftist mind rot will allow you to be terrorized by a child if you let it. And this hilarious kid left us with one drawing released by the New York Post that may be the greatest reaction JPEG ever created. Just a scrawl of smug Hitler. He also laughed at the teacher for having a man bun, which is very based, and how he doesn't appreciate Mr RObblee. Well done, kid. You really do have a bright future in internet trolling ahead of you. Tell you what I don't appreciate? Careful. Fuck that guy. That's it for today's video. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe to see more content like this. Thanks, boy.